Ah, Brazil. The sun is rising, the birds are singing, and in the distance, something epic is about to unfold. No, it's not the start of a soccer match, though it's just as intense. We're talking about sugarcane, folks, humble grass that sweeten the world, and let's be honest, all our lives. Get ready, because we're about to witness the magical journey of sugar, from stalk to spoon. Grab your coffee, because spoiler alert, this is where your sugar comes from. Hold on to your hats, folks. Every year, over 3.8 billion tons of sugarcane are harvested globally. That's right, billion. But how do we turn these towering green stalks into those sweet little crystals we sprinkle on everything from pancakes to popcorn? Buckle up, because we're diving into a 24-hour whirlwind of farming madness. A year's worth of work packed into one epic day? Let's do this. It's 5 a.m. While most of us are still snoozing, the sugarcane farmers are wide awake and ready to roll. In the distance, you can see the headlights of these monstrous harvest machines creeping into position. They've been waiting for this moment for months. Peak sugar content, people. This is like the Super Bowl of farming. Miss the timing and you're out of the game. No pressure, right? Okay, so this is where things get wild. In some areas, workers are still using machetes. Yeah, machetes to chop down the cane by hand. It's like a scene straight out of an action movie. Meanwhile, in other parts, we've got these high-tech harvesting machines that are basically like the transformers of farming. These machines can cut, top, and chop the cane all in one go. A single harvester can pull in up to 100 tons per hour. 100 tons an hour? That's like harvesting a small forest before breakfast. If only my blender worked that fast. Okay, time to panic. Once the cane is cut, the race is on. We've got about 16 hours to get that cane to the mill before the sugar starts to disappear like candy at a birthday party. It's a logistical marathon. Trucks, railways, you name it. Every second counts. By 7 a.m., the first trucks are already on their way to the mill, each one carrying about 30 tons of cane, back and forth all day long. And in places like Brazil and Australia, they've got light rail systems, yes, trains, hauling cane from field to factory. It's like a roller coaster, but with way more sugar at the end. And now, the fun really begins. First, the cane gets chopped into little bits by rotating knives. It's like a giant food processor for sugarcane. Then it goes through a shredder, because obviously we're not done cutting stuff up yet. The goal? Break down the cell walls to make it easier to get all that sweet, sweet juice. 9 a.m., and we're rolling into the juicy part. Literally. This is where the magic happens, people. The cane runs through these giant roller mills, up to 6 sets of them, each one squeezing out more juice than a lemon at a lemonade stand. Plus, they even spray the cane with water between each squeeze, just to make sure we get every last drop. It's like wringing out a wet towel, except instead of water, you get sugar juice. Yum! Alright people, buckle up because we're about to turn sugarcane juice into the sweet syrup of dreams. Picture this. The juice is still mostly water, about 85% H2O. And sure, you could just boil it, but we're not barbarians, we're scientists. So we pull out the big guns, vacuum pans. Yep, we're using physics to make this juice boil at lower temperatures, saving energy and keeping all that sugary goodness intact. Now, here's where the magic happens. It's time to create actual sugar crystals. We introduce these teeny tiny crystals, called seed grain, into the syrup and let the magic of evaporation grow them into bigger crystals. It's like watching baby sugar crystals turn into full-grown adults. We control the rate of evaporation to ensure the crystals grow evenly and consistently. Right. Because the last thing we need is rebellious, oddball sugar crystals throwing off the whole operation. It's a delicate process, folks, like growing sugar with a tender touch. Time for the big guns, centrifuges. Imagine your laundry on spin cycle, but 1,000 times faster. These babies spin at 1,800 RPM to separate the sugar crystals from the syrup. The syrup gets flung out, and the sugar crystals stay behind. It's like the sugar's going through its own extreme theme park ride. And after each 3 to 4 minute spin, we give them a little rinse with water or steam to make sure they're squeaky clean. What's left? Gorgeous, raw sugar crystals. Look at them, shining like brown diamonds. And there you have it, folks. Raw sugar, 98% pure sucrose with a light brown color, thanks to the molasses still hanging around. Some of this will stay as is, destined for industrial use or your favorite brown sugar recipes. But for those of you who like your sugar white as snow, don't worry, we've got you covered. All right, white sugar fans, it's your time to shine. We dissolve the raw sugar back into syrup, fancy name, liquor, and give it the spa treatment. It goes through phosphoric acid, calcium hydroxide, and gets filtered through activated carbon to make it pure and beautiful. This is some high-tech magic, people. As the first light of dawn breaks, we're reaching the grand finale. The sugar gets graded based on crystal size, making sure it's just right for everything, from your morning coffee to your favorite cake. Then we pack it up. Big industrial bags for factories and cute little packets for you to sneak into your tea. The journey is almost complete. In one day, a large mill can produce 1,000 tons of sugar. Multiply that by hundreds of mills worldwide, and suddenly you realize the scale of this operation is nothing short of mind-blowing. Sugar makes the world go round. But behind every crystal, every ton of sugar, there are people. The farmers, engineers, chemists, and workers who make this whole process possible. It's not just about machinery. It's about hard work, dedication, and pride in bringing something sweet to millions around the world. Now, before we wrap up this sweet, sweet ride, let's talk about the future. Because it's not just about sugar, folks. The industry is going green. And no, I don't mean adding matcha powder to your dessert. We're talking sustainability, baby. More mills are stepping up their game, reducing water usage, boosting energy efficiency, and turning sugarcane byproducts into gold. Okay, not actual gold, but close. Take vinasse, for example, a byproduct from making ethanol out of sugarcane. Guess what they're doing with it? Fertilizer. That's right, they're feeding the land that feeds us. Next time you stir sugar into your coffee or take up a bite of that sugary treat, think about the magic behind those tiny crystals. Not just sugar, it's a story. A story of hard work, innovation, and a touch of sweetness that spans the globe and brings us all together.